Hey guys, what's up? My name is Ray for the TheYugiohCouncil. This first part's going to be a channel update, then we go into today's topic, which we do every Monday, called Coffee Time. If you want to see that, go to the 1 minute 30 second mark. If you hear a crunching noise, those are pretty cats. They're having their breakfast. Little tiny furry things. Okay, channel update. We're bringing meta content to you on demand. We have something special coming tomorrow and premiering every Tuesday because my editor likes to spoil things for me. Thank you. Thank you, my editor. You are so sweet to me. But again, that'll go up tomorrow morning around 6 in the morning. So that will be coming up every Tuesday. So that's a little surprise for you tomorrow, what you find in the description box. May 1st will also be a special event, something that a lot of people have been asking for, and I will not confirm or deny what that is. I am also working on a second thing for May 1st to help kick off May, because May is going to be an epic month. And that's why we do this coffee time here, because it's going to be an epic coffee time of epic proportions to talk about the meta shift. So we still have 20 seconds before we get back into the meta shift of discussion, but we want to bring meta content to the channel in a serious note. So if there's anything besides deck profiles and duels, let us know, please. It makes the channel better. That's all we ask. Leave that in the comments. And as always, let's start coffee time. Okay, welcome to the discussion of meta shift. This hopefully will help people realize what we're going through in the TCG format, and how we are different than the OCG format, and how we will never be the same again, and we will be two different worlds in a spectrum of speaking. Now, my logic may not make sense to a lot of people, but I'm going to try to make it make sense. OCG is the fun area. TCG has always been the more competitive area. So when you saw a deck top in OCG, it's because it's fun over there. People felt like playing it. Not to say that people in the TCG won't do the same. Cyber Dragons are a great example of this. But I'm not saying one's more competitive than the other. It's always been that way. It's always a battle of, well, you know, what's mainstream. And once in a while, and again, if you hear a little nibbling, that's the putty cats. They're having their breakfast. But once in a while, it would always be like, okay, Japan's topping, let's say, for example, Chaos. We're going to top Chaos too. And then you meet at Worlds, and US has never won a Worlds. That's true fact. Came very close a few times, but never won a Worlds. Still root for them, but they never won Worlds. Okay, no, but seriously, what we are experiencing is something that Konami TCG, I'm going to be using Konami TCG and OCG, OCG being Japan, Asia, that kind of territory, TCG being Europe and America. Just so we're clear here. What we're experiencing is a shift of what was normal into something that's very different that no one fully is able to be fully prepared for. We don't have Heavy Sword. We don't have Monster Reborn. We don't have a lot of things. We don't have Cyber Steam Trishulia or any of that kind of stuff. Or a Dark Strike Fighter. Now, some of you may think that's good, and some of you may say, well, Japan's got the better format. That comes down to opinion. Honestly, the power creep is something I wanted to talk about, but I think most people will know from a competitive aspect what a power creep is and why Trishulia is not nearly as broken as it was, say 5 years ago. Just not. In an ever-shifting meta, we have every new set release bringing us something new to the table in a quick span of time. My example to you is this. I can't remember the set before Dragons of Legend, so bear with me. We have the pre-Dragons of Legend, then we have Dragons of Legend, which is the middle, where Sylvans get supposedly Curry Bandit, and every deck gets Soul Charge, and a lot of decks can break Soul Charge. Now, that's not to say Japan is not going to do the same, but Japan is a totally different world, and for the rest of the video, we're cutting them out of the video. And the reason is because Chrome Anomaly artifacts are the big thing over here. What's going to be big over here is what we have to find out. We don't know. Hell, we don't even know if artifacts or Dolces will take the top tier because of cards like Soul Charge. Don't get me wrong, I still think they will. I still think they're going to be the top two decks. Artifacts in some kind of hybrid form or just a mainstream pure artifact build. I think somehow they're going to be the deck to beat. Madolche are going to be right up there with them. Because, let me say this much, even though we have a meta shift, and those cards are still fluctuating, you know, Soul Charge and Curry Bandit and Mathematician that no one really looks at, but Dolces are getting all this new power. Noble Knights are the unheard wild card. And then you have the Rogue deck sitting in the back trying to prepare for this stuff. You have anti-meta that's just like, I'm going to top a YCS sooner or later. But it's this ever-shifting door that goes, my deck beats your deck beats my deck. Pokemon reference. Fire beats water, water beats grass, grass beats fire. I screwed that up. Grass beats water, water beats fire, fire beats grass. There we go, just so someone doesn't have to correct me. But here's the point. We're pretty much experiencing that now. Boojins, Dark Worlds, Infernities, Mermels, those kinds of decks are constantly topping, and once in a while, Fire King, Chainburn, and I believe Fire Fist. And of course, Gyogya. Now, one deck will beat the other, and the other deck will beat the other one, and so on and so on. What happens when you throw a new set in? All that goes away, and then something out of the new set takes over. Like a new wild card for currently is Sylvans. When we get to Primal Origins, all that vanishes, and we have to basically feel a Magic the Gathering experience where it goes, guess what? Now you play Artifacts or Dolce because those are the top two decks to beat. Without question. Now, what if you don't want to run them? What if you want to do your thing? You can do your thing. No one's going to stop you. Dark Worlds are just as good. Not going to lie. So, we are in an ever-shifting change of formats. Our decks are going to have to change. Venus Chains out, Breakthroughs in. Maxis are in the side, they'll go in the main deck. If Artifacts became too much of a threat, Banisher of the Radiance, every deck in 30. Stuff like that is going to happen. And the reason is, we will not, the majority, I'm talking the majority here, because I usually hear it when I see people like Vexakisses, you know, here's the top 16 decks. I don't like this deck. I understand. But to win, they will do that. We have to respect that. We have to understand why they shifted their deck the way they did, so their deck could top so that they can win the event. It's kind of like what we saw with Ghost Tricks. They topped that one, which made no sense how they topped, but they topped. Because it was a trap-heavy build. Now, is that to say that we won't be in a trap-heavy format because of stuff like Artifacts will be in a more monster-heavy format? Will we experience that kind of shift? No. And possibly yes. It's kind of hard to say when you don't know. You know, okay, this is what we get out of Primal Origins, these 80 cards. There's the 10 exclusives and the 10 OCG imports that we don't know how busted it's going to make the metagame. The metagame is a beast that is constantly shifting, and even after May 16th, it will continue to shift until July. The next ban list is July 13th. We still have Lightsworn, and Lightsworn come in not just by themselves. They come in as Dragon Root Lightsworn, which is already topping. Give them more power and more consistency. Chaos Dragons use part of that engine. They start topping more because they have more power and consistency. They'll start topping regionals. More hate will be towards Lightsworn, but then a deck like Gyogya, who's in the shadows, can now shift on over and take events. Then one side's for Gyogya, and then you're in the same situation. Alright, so to wrap up this video, the meta shift is something we may experience even after July. I cannot tell you, we can only gear up and experience it. That's pretty much all I can really say about that. Is it good for the game? No, not really. It's easier to side deck against certain things for 6 months than it is to constantly have to change the side deck. It makes you a better player, yes, without question. But it's a little more annoying. I mean, it makes things more interesting, so it kind of comes down to the spectrum of how you look at it and how you prefer it. So let me know what you guys think down below, as always, and let me know what you want to see more meta-wise, and if this video was good, then thumbs it up, leave that like. And if you haven't already, you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button that's down there, and leave a comment. We won't bite, we swear. Promise. We take all video requests, and anything you really want to see on the channel, we will get to it sooner or later. The bigger the demand, the faster the video, not so that way. But we do deck requests and everything like that, so thank you guys for watching, and as always, catch you in the next video. Peace. Ready for the TheYugiohCouncil out.